shit. But with my toes. That's how crazy it gets around here. Big 20 today. Happy birthday, man. 20 years old. 20 years old. What a young buck. Javier Mendez, thank you for the 10 spot, brother. Appreciate it, man. Cheers to you as well. Hope you guys are doing all right. Hope the weekend was good. My weekend was pretty good, you know. Other than the Steelers, man. What the fuck? What in tarnation is going on with those Steelers, dude? Bunch of idiots. Bunch of idiots doing dumb things. What can you do? What can you do? Hopefully it'll get better. I guess it's still early, blah, blah, blah. But look, you know, week one, I was like, they're winning the Super Bowl. And a lot of you guys were like, oh, dude, that's way too soon. You're being crazy and all that. Well, now, season's over, basically. The season's over. It's Jover. We're cooked, as they say. Might as well just give Aaron Rodgers his money. Let's just pack it up. And hopefully we get some good draft picks or whatever. It's the Howard Stern of the nerds. What the hell? Not me. Couldn't be me. Steelers and Tau have a lot in common. What the fuck, bro? Here we go. Give us DK back? No, we have to keep him, actually. He's pretty decent. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Yeah, so, guys, tonight I'm actually going to be playing Warhammer. I know it's surprising, and I know you're very excited to hear that. So I like to update you guys about this, you know, because you guys, you want me to be happy. I can tell. Lose the shirt? What the fuck? So you guys definitely want me to be happy, and I'm going to be playing Warhammer tonight. I'm going to be very happy, and I will be playing Adam Fanjecture, longtime member of the community. We're gonna teach him how to Warhammer. Shalami Leaner with a 5 spot says, just got my tickets for New York Comic Con. Scott Snyder is there, and I can't wait to see him. Did you decide if you were going or not? No, I haven't decided. I didn't decide anything yet. I should probably go, though. I don't know, man. I mean, I want to go. Yeah, no, I haven't decided. Are you guys going? How many of you guys are going? How many of you guys are going? Josh ain't going. Be for real. Hey, you don't say that. You don't say that. Why don't you think I'm going? Why don't you think I'm going? Bills Mafia? Bills Mafia? What the hell? Are the Bills looking good? I got so mad about the Steelers, I just turned off the television yesterday. I turned them all off. I actually went around the neighborhood and turned off all my neighbors' televisions as well. Go and promote Unity. I can't promote it yet. We're not ready to fucking print and ship. We're a little delayed if you haven't noticed. What am I going to do? Go to New York Comic Con and be like, oh, hey, yeah, this is Unity. It's massively fucking delayed, but, you know, someday we'll do it. No! Gotta wait. We're close. Fingers crossed. We're close on some things. Toxic Nerd says, if you're going to New York Comic Con, I may have to go now as well. Wait, what? Now I'm going? All of a sudden I'm going? Demoria, thanks for the 10 spot, says, good morning. Just wanted to say that if there is a Wakandan universe in Doomsday, then I told you about this a month or so ago, and my intuition is top tier. I doubt you remember, though. Much love, good sir. I don't know that I remember specifically you talking about it, but I definitely remember some chatter. I remember us talking about it when the initial leaks came out. You know, even when the Fantastic Four universe was coming out, I think the big thing was some people thought maybe Black Panther would be in that universe, which would have been cool, because the Fantastic Four and Black Panther have a big comic book connection. But yeah, obviously that didn't happen. So yeah, no, I remember generally speaking that a lot of people were thinking that's what it was. And yeah, I mean, so just so everybody's aware of what Demoria is talking about here, I put this into the video that I dropped on the main channel earlier today. But one of the things in that light show is it shows the shattered glass, right? It shows the shattered glass, and that appears to represent like different universes in the same way you saw in the What If show. The What If show had that one area where the Watcher was able to view the multiverse, and it looked like little panels of glass and shit like that, right? So that's a connection there. And also the fact that you have a Fantastic Four universe, because you have that logo on the glass, you have the X-Men logo, you have the Avengers logo, and then you have Black Panther. I believe that indicates you'll likely get an entire Black Panther / Wakandan universe in Doomsday. Maybe more in Secret Wars, but probably in Doomsday. Doomsday is when all the worlds are going to collide. And by the way, James Marsden just said, and he was talking about Doomsday, which is like, dude, he lit up like a Christmas tree. It seems he's really excited about whatever they did with Cyclops. But point being, he was talking about how these worlds are here to collapse. And then you know what I was thinking about too? There was a comment made by Kevin Feige where he said something like, what Doomsday is Wakanda, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men teaming up against Doctor Doom, right? Well, if that's like the basic version of what it is, that's what they're just trying to tell people it is, dude, that kind of speaks to that Wakandan universe. So I don't know, I'm starting to really think that there's probably a Wakandan universe in Doomsday. Alirio Garcia Flamenco, I don't know, I probably butchered that. I hope you and the fam are doing well. What's your take on Doom's look? I was hoping he looked like the images that were circulating a while ago. LOL. I love this look for Doom. You know, look. Oh man. Early on a Monday and you guys got me geeking out already. Hang on, let me take a sip of this coffee and I'll geek out about this. I really like the Doom look. Normally with Doom, in comics, traditionally, Doom is enclosed or encased. His armor is like sealed, and this is actually like intentional. There's a part it's actually in Books of Doom, but in that story, Brubaker is playing off of some stuff that Stan and Jack did back in the day too, because like the way Doom's backstory evolves is he gets like 2 panels in the one issue. Then I think that the next time he shows up, he gets 4 pages maybe of backstory. Like they take the 2-panel thing and they make it like 4 pages. They expand it a little bit. And then eventually this is expanded a lot over time. The whole history with Doom is really, really interesting. I believe they kill him off in like issue 5 or something like that. And then back in the day, they Stan and Jack would do this thing where they would write from the perspective of the bullpen, and they would even do like some panels or some cartoons with like Stan and Jack there. And dude, they had this thing where Stan and Jack were trying to figure out the next villain for the Fantastic Four, and they couldn't figure out a good one. And Doctor Doom himself comes back in like the fourth wall, like with Stan and Jack or whatever. Anyway, I'm yapping about it, but point is this: Brubaker in Books of Doom expands on ideas that were already set up. And it's like, if you're a big hardcore Doom fan, like you just really appreciate everything he did and how he expanded on it. And one of them was the armor and the Tibetan monks. So the way it works is back in the day, it was just like some shorthand 60s comic book bullshit. He studied with Tibetan monks and learned fucking masters of sorcery and secrets of the world. That's later expanded to, there's this order of monks that believes in this prophetic figure. And this figure doesn't show their face. At the time, Doom was all scarred and shit, so he's covering his face with bandages at the time. And so this order of monks follows him and whatever, and they find him, they end up recruiting him. He goes and learns all these secrets of the mystical arts, and then he encloses his body, because the thing was, he was getting nightmares from Mephisto. Mephisto has his mom's soul. And when Reed is very young, when he's in college, actually, he goes into hell to try to get his mom's soul back. This is the thing with Reed, and the chair blows up, and that's where he gets his scar, right? So anyway, Doom is having nightmares from Mephisto. So he, in order to stop the nightmares and stop Mephisto's influence on him, he completely encases himself in the armor, which is something like a talisman or a ward against the powers of Mephisto. So, like, Doom is literally encased, and in those stories, he's like, he puts the mask on when it's still hot and it like burns his face, and it's like fused to his face. The whole idea was that he would never take the armor off. There's an aspect of like the Man in the Iron Mask here, or even a Darth Vader-esque thing going on, where the character is literally separated and closed off from the rest of the world, right? However, you look at this MCU Doom, that's not what's going on, clearly. And you've got a lot of open armor, and you've got the chainmail, and I think for this Doom and for what they're doing, I think the aesthetic is really good and appropriate. It sort of foreshadows the medieval version of Battleworld that is coming, right? And it introduces an aesthetic of Doom that. So one of the things I think is going to be really interesting with Doom is it's a recontextualization of the MCU. That's why it's Stark, that's why it's RDJ. That's why it's going to kind of open things up and recontextualize things, in my opinion. And I think Doom's looks like something old and ancient. Whether or not you think that's just to the medieval times and harkening back to like an old school aesthetic, or you think, because like the way that I view it is like, damn, this could be ancient, like older universes. Like this dude has been through a lot, kind of a thing. But the vibe is there to get you to feel like this is older. This is ancient. This is perennial. There's something about this that is, it's like a big deal. In the same way that the Carmartage aesthetic makes you feel like, oh, damn, this is like some ancient shit. Like this is old, like this old knowledge. That's that same thing going on with Doom. So to me, I really like this. And I think just the aesthetic of the costume could be extended to a lot of the aesthetic we're going to see for Doom's, the people around him, the transportation, the ships, the armies, everything. You think about Thanos, right? Thanos' aesthetic is slowly set up via the cosmic side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You meet him a little in the Guardians thing via the Ronin stuff. You meet him in some post-credit scenes, this, that, second, and the third, and you find out aspects of it. When you get to Thanos, by the time you get to Thanos, there's like this established aesthetic, and his army has it the whole way. When he's first introduced in Infinity War on the ship with Thanos and everything, even the foreboding ship at the end of Ragnarok in that post-credit scene. So what I'm saying is, like, just from the stuff we're getting now with Doom, you can extrapolate out into what that might look like in a lot of different ways. And I think it's cool. Yeah, I did just yap about that shit for what, 10 minutes or so. I don't know. You're asking me some really interesting questions right off the bat. Let's slow down. Let's slow down a little bit. You guys have clearly had too much coffee. Do you think they connected the 10 rings and the bangles and Doom instead of Kang? Whoa, dude, I said slow down, bro. Guys, I got some really crazy thoughts on my noodle, but I don't know if we're trying to noodle like that right away. You're reaching. It doesn't even look that old. Yeah, I mean, you could say that. I could say, nope. Not enough coffee? Talk about Andor getting an Emmy. That's going to do it for today's show, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Much love. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. We ain't talking about Andor up in this bitch. Never going to do it. Stupid ass Andor wins a stupid ass circle jerk award for the stupid ass peoples in the stupid ass city of the stupid ass Star Wars. And that stupid ass chat wants to ask me stupid ass questions about it. Oh, unbelievable. Unfucking believable. John Johnston says, so two cannibals are eating a clown. One says, does this taste funny to you? Oh, that's pretty good. Not bad. Andor and Penguin, two shows that Josh hates, getting Emmys. Real cool. Real cool, guys. Real cool. Emmys. Do people give a shit about the Emmys? Is the Emmys a big deal? Does it still matter? Answer, no. Answer, no fucking way. Uh, 29 months, baby. Doomsday was amazing. I'm really hyped for Doomsday. The Doctor Doom look got me hyped. Unity, baby. Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yes, 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 and yes, and yes on all account. I completely forgot it was on last night. Yeah, no, I did. I dead ass like. I think the Emmys is so irrelevant that I have a vague sense that what happened and what won what awards and shit yesterday. And I do think like the funny thing about the Emmys is like. It's like a battle to the bottom of the barrel with like which has lost its relevancy more, the Emmys or Star Wars, because a Star Wars show getting an Emmy should be it should be a big deal. And yeah, you know, oh shit, Emmy for Star Wars, let's go, the force is strong. And that shit. Oh, yeah, that definitely matters. What's an Emmy? That's actually a good question. I don't even know what an Emmy is. Was there some guy named Emmy? Honestly, I agree with you. The Emmys is pretty irrelevant, but we love triggering you. Fair enough, Shub. But then does RDJ's Oscar mean anything, bro? No, it doesn't. I mean, it's a nice thing to throw into people's faces when it's convenient for a point I'm trying to make. But if you're asking me outside of that, does it matter? Come on, man. Any news happening with DC yet? Yeah, I got some news for you. Shit's for sale. Superman, look up. It's a sign that says for sale, bitch. Yeah, I can't wait to get into the Superman shit. Star Wars still says Snorehammer, 27 months, baby. Baby. Now you guys got me real fucking pissed, dude. We're going to have a crazy stream. I was going to come in here, coast into like some nice, like, let's yap about this topic. Let's yap about that topic. Now you guys got me fucked up. You got me real mad, and it'll be super rude about Warner Brothers. Anyway. Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you guys have a good one? No? Dude, how about those fights, though? Rival stream win? I gotta see if my fucking PC can even handle that shit now. I don't know if my PC can handle rivals now. Because I got this new camera so you can see all my pores on my face. I don't know if we can get all the pixels and the pores. That seems like tough, right? Demon Slayer was great. And IMAX, dude, Demon Slayer was so good. How many of y'all saw Demon Slayer? Real talk. How many of you guys went and saw it this weekend? Throw one into the chat. Grandmaster Choda says The Long Walk is phenomenal. You must watch it, man. I don't really like horror like that. UFC over boxing. I mean, I generally agree, but I think that was a really good boxing card. Okay, some people saw Demon Slayer. Obviously, some motherfuckers saw it too. We're about to talk about it. Record-breaking shit, which, by the way, your boy called it. Man, everybody said it was fucking crazy last week, man. Oh, and by the fucking way, I saw some little buttholes in chat on the Clips channel. The thing that's like, so the thing about the Clips channel is, like, it's doing really well, right? It's still a baby channel. It's a baby channel. It's a small channel, but it's doing really well. and it's not as curated as some of the other channels. You guys know my policy when it comes to like curation and censorship and all of that shit. It's basically like my way or the fucking highway, and if I don't like the cut of your jib, you're gone. But on the Clips channel, I haven't really curated it as much. I barely look at it after I post, and occasionally I'll look at the videos. I say all this to say that because the Demon Slayer one was doing well, like the Demon Slayer video was doing very well for a video outside of Marvel on that channel, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I looked at the comments, and there's some butthole on there that was like, oh, now Josh is gonna pretend to be into Demon Slayer, and it had 50 likes. So fuck you who posted it, and fuck you the 50 people that liked it, you fucking buttholes. I wish I could reverse engineer and find out every single person that fucking liked that comment, and I would ban you. Oh, I would ban you. Oh, yeah. And it's like who are these buttholes? Who are these buttholes? Bunch of haters. Like, first of all, no offense to you guys that get into the comment section, but that shit's weird. Just in general, being in the comments is kind of sus. Like, straight up. You down in the comment section? Sus, bro. Sus. Like, I see you walking out of the adult mart. Oh, hi, Jim. Nice little Saturday. Oh, definitely. Wrong store. Didn't mean to be in here. Sus. Okay, fucking sus. But also, you know what's worse than that? The people that are going down in the comment section just to like comments. I'm talking to you, very specifically, you 50 fucking people that went down there and you don't have the balls to at least get your hands dirty and put out your fucking nonsense into the comment section yourself. No, you have to go, you're down there, sus as fuck, but you don't even have the balls to post on it, so you're just gonna like this dude's post? Fuck out of here, dude. Who are you people? Who are you? What series of events took you to be in the position in life in this year of our Lord 2025 that you can be on my Clips channel scrolling down to the comment section and liking some stupid silly ass shit from some shit post motherfucker talking about how now I'm gonna pretend that I like Demon Slayer, and I do like Demon Slayer. Ah! Anyway, did you guys have a good weekend? Yeah. And everybody's like, "Oh, you shouldn't pretend. You should just pretend that you don't care and that you don't read it and all that." No, I do care. I'm petty as fuck. I see that silly ass shit, and I want to slap all 50 of you with the wet salmon. I want to get a full sprint run. I want you to line up like a goddamn Mr. Beast video. I want to take a fucking frozen salmon, slightly thawed actually. I want it to have a little bit of like give, and then I want to fucking full time. I want to sprint into you, and just like, you know how when you were a kid you took a stick to the fence and shit, just right into all 50 faces, just fucking salmon in your face. Anyway, did you guys have a good weekend? You should do more anime content if you're about it. I mean, I do like anime a lot. I've been close to doing an anime channel a couple of different times. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, dude, it seems like anime... We're going to talk about this Demon Slayer thing. This is crazy. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. I throw a lot of love into the comments. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. How many cups this morning already? Who counts? Who counts? You just keep going until you shake. Josh wants to be Superman spinning laser attack on them fools. Yes! For the amount of followers you have, 50 is a very low number of haters. You the man. Yeah, I know, that's fair. But who gives a shit about that? Like, who's going to think, like, logically about this? Jesus. My super will cheer you up. Oh, shit, what was it? Hopefully not some shit about James Goon. Let's see what this is about here. Josh can't even spell anime. Watch those wrist rockets, says go Steelers! Fucking Steelers, dude. Bunch of idiots. Bunch of fucking idiots over there. Anyway. Y'all have a good weekend. No Warhammer today. I'm playing Warhammer tonight. I'm very excited, actually. Gonna play Adam. Probably gonna play some Tau against his Space Wolves. I don't know. I kind of heard Space Wolves suck balls now after the update, Adam. Is that true? I didn't really look too hard at what they got. What's good video editing software? Oh, I mean, all the standard stuff now is pretty good. You know, your Final Cuts, your Adobe Premiere, all that. Chill with the Steelers slander. Dude, I'm a Steelers fan. After week 1, I said Super Bowl. After week 2, season over. That's a qualifying statement. Now you know I'm a Steelers fan. Ethan says, saw Brand New Day, Doomsday are filming in the same area. You think that's on purpose for something bigger, post-credit scene? Anyway, Nerd Avengers for life. Yeah, I do actually think so. And I appreciate the 5, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I do think so. I would imagine it is, at the very least, there for convenience of allowing Tom to perhaps film in both places very easily. How much of that exactly is going on, we don't know. But sure. Got 100 on Adam to win. Oh, it's a bad bet. Nothing against Adam, but he's learning the game. There's like a next to 0% chance that he wins. But, and this is what I was going to say to Adam. This is the way, if I were to go back to when I was first learning the game, and I'll see what Adam wants to do, right? Because, you know, it's all about just getting those reps, and you got to learn. There's a lot to learn. But I almost think it's better to go deployment, turn 1 and 2, and then restart the game. Because essentially, like, that is such a important part of the game, and there's a rhythm to it that you just will not understand at all at first. And it's good to just get those early reps. Like, deployment is so important. And a lot of people, when they first get into Warhammer, are like, I just want to fucking move my models and roll dice. And I totally get it. But you can win and lose in deployment. Truly. Especially with, like, scout moves and infiltrators. That's, like, a whole thing. So, I think it's if I were to teach somebody Warhammer from scratch these days, I'd probably, like, run a bunch of games to either bottom of turn 3 or bottom of turn 2 and then restart them. That's what I would do. I never do deployment. What the fuck? I mean, you have to. It's like a part of the game, bro. You're over like here and you're over in friggin' Inglorious Bastards. Like, I never deploy. 3 whiskeys. This is the German 3. Oh, I'm not winning, but the plan is to win. It's to learn to and win, but also learn. Hey, look, there's a chance. I am playing Tau, so let's not get crazy here. You know, I am playing Tau, so you could win. Josh, is there any chance Feige drops a teaser for Doomsday at New York Comic Con for the Marvel Studios panel? I'm so excited. Yeah, I believe there's a chance, but it would probably be a pretty small tease. It would be similar to what we just saw with the light show and the official synopsis. And, you know, as I explained in the stream, I explained in the clip, and I'll explain here again. Marvel seems to be just kind of, they're just going to dink and dunk, like just drop little teases here and there. And they're all official and everything like that, but they are truly teases. By the way, can we get some more likes? You know, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I demand more likes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we keep it pretty chill here. It's fine or whatever, but I demand likes. And I am going to find out if you didn't like it. You know, a lot of YouTubers are like out here asking for likes. Guys, I'm going to fucking find you. And I've got a wicked karate chop. Like, it's crazy. It comes out like a cobra head. Ah! Ah! Okay, so just do the right thing. Just do well, the likes are going down. Guys, do you do you guys remember that one Nerd Theory where Theory didn't realize that the likes could go down and he bamboozled chat? And then everybody started unliking it, and he got all mad. Do you guys remember that? That was funny. That was a funny moment. That shit was funny. I forget the exact context, but it was pretty funny. Come at me, bro. Also, if Mando does $1 billion, Jesus, with the success of Andor, could KK leverage that to stay on longer? She doesn't want to stay on longer, brother. She doesn't want to. She just wants to make sure that you toxic fucking male, don't get what you want. And as long as you fucking toxic male, fucking masculine toxic fuck, as long as you don't get what you want, and I mean ever, then she's Gucci. You know, I think that she'll produce the movies and leave. But he would died like Illuminati, so good wasn't in. Absolutely, brother. %. Nerd Theory tonight. Not tonight. I got a Warhammer game tonight. But I think someday soon. I want to hit Theory up. I was thinking, we could even do next week, maybe. I don't know what he's doing. Should I tag him on Twitter and be like, hey, what do you got going on? See, the thing is, I don't want to do it today because then he'll be like, why not today? And then I'll have to explain that I'm playing Warhammer. Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. I'm excited. I think there's some laughs and some fun to be had, man. Because the truth is, Star Wars is fucking cooked. It's a really depressing affair. And it's tough to conceive of doing the show again is tough in some ways because just the state of Star Wars, dude. It's so bad. But I was thinking to myself, you know what? We could have fun with this and we could still we could do it for the fans, and I bet there's still a lot of good content that could be made. So I'm open to it, and we're gonna try to have some fun. But yeah, Anakin Stock says, "Whoa, over 2 years, keep taking my money." Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Oh man, make Theory play a game of Warhammer on stream. Oh, that would be peak, dude. That would be peak. There's just so much. You can't just, play a Warhammer game, though. I know that sounds crazy, but, you can't. It's not like fucking Monopoly, dude. What about Unity? What about it? I don't understand the context of the question. I mean, Unity's coming. It's delayed. We're working on it, but I don't understand what you're saying there. The entire fandom interest for Star Wars is at a low point. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad right now. I don't know that you can deny that. It's pretty bad. Theory just posting ghosts on X, use Discord. Oh, okay. All right. Remember when you guys did the Superman versus Vader? You guys did? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Is that a Frazetta shirt? No, but I believe this is John Blanche. I could be wrong. But that is an old school. That's Adeptus Custodes art, but it's the old 80s or 90s grimdark style. So it is it is similar to Frazetta, actually. Yeah. Very similar style. I think Family Guy did it better. The hype of small, real Star Wars. X is toxic. Why would he? Yeah, fair. That's fair. X is pretty toxic. You're not wrong. You know why it's so toxic? Just full with a bunch of clankers. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry. I said it, and I'll say it again. It's a bunch of clankers. It's a bunch of fucking clankers on that stupid website. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Fuck. Shit. Yep. Okay, should we get into this, man? Y'all want to make some content? Let's make some donuts, talk some shit. Man, David Zaslav. Is this dude just getting everything he wants, dude? This is crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen, this is real talk, and this isn't even for the clip. This is just for us. I've never seen an individual like David Zaslav before that kind of entered into an industry, was widely fucking hated, maligned. People were really unkind to the dude. And I'm not saying he's the perfect ambassador for whatever the fuck, but still, like, people were very, very not nice to this guy. You know, he made some crazy moves. He tried some crazy shit. And at the end of the day, I think he's going to get the last laugh. Like, I legitimately think he's going to get the last laugh. They just won the Emmy, which is a really important, prestigious thing. You guys are so stupid. You think the Emmys don't matter. Fucking idiots. Anyway, the Emmy last night for The Pit. Just another feather in the cap of Zaslav lately. It's wild. It's wild. Like, they're stacking dubs so deeply that he is going to get a nice sell. He's going to get a nice sale. He's going to fucking sit back with millions more dollars in his account, cracking Diet Cokes, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I wonder what he's gonna do with all that money when he doesn't need this anymore after the sale. What is life after this look like for Zazzy? You know, like, is he gonna go sit on the boards of different studios just so he can, like, cancel movies that he doesn't like again and stop them from ever seeing the light of day? What is he passionate about? You know, like, what? I don't want to see that fire go out. I'm a little worried about David. You know, they say the worst thing in life is to succeed and feel nothing. It's like the emptiness. I'm just worried about him. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. So this is a big deal, man. This is a big topic. A lot of people talking about this. Warner Brothers for sale. The Wall Street Journal reported last week that Paramount and Skydance, who this new CEO guy is apparently the richest dude on the planet now, which I totally missed, but he's like richer than Elon. What the fuck? Crazy. So that company's apparently in to make a bid for Warner Brothers. And by the way, this would be the whole fucking company. Now, technically, Warner Discovery split back into two separate companies a couple of months ago. This would be for the Warner Brothers side of that company, but it is the full fucking Warner Brothers company. So however it was split when that was going down is now the way that it'll be split for the sale. Now, a couple of different interesting things going on here. A little bit of updating here, and a lot of this is coming in the world of, like, finance, speculation, Wall Street, etc. I'm just looking at some reporting over here on the Streamable. Key details is what's important to us here. It says Zaslav has met with bankers to gauge bidding interest in Warner Bros. Discovery. No numbers yet. Paramount is prepping a mostly cash offer for Warner Bros. Discovery, but hasn't disclosed its official bid. And the Warner Bros. CEO wants to propel the company's stock price to $40 a share, which would be crazy. Now, within this, it says, according to the Post, Zaslav has reached out to bankers at Goldman Sachs to see what the interest level is for the media and tech companies. He's seeing what the interest is from other companies like Amazon, Apple, and Netflix would have in acquiring Warner Bros. Discovery. One person with knowledge of Zaslav's movies says the CEO, or with his moves, says the CEO thinks a bidding war is imminent and that the Paramount owning Ellison family knows it. Ellison better come up with a really good offer, and it better be cash, the person said. Zaslav's feeling is that Ellison is trying to get ahead of a bidding war that is coming. And again, this could include companies like Apple, Amazon, and Netflix. So all of a sudden, the plot fucking thickens here with the sale. Now, there's a couple of different sides of this. I think on the one hand, right, it's appropriate to remember, and I've seen some Hollywood reporting. I think The Puck did a piece on this, like a couple other outlets did a piece on this, that are, again, painting Zaslav in a terrible light here and just talking about how this is all just now tech bros and profit margins, and, you know, it's all asset acquisition, this, that, second, and the third, and they don't care about movies anymore, and that's probably true. I mean, that's probably fair. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, that's probably what it is. I don't think Ellison cares all that much. I don't think Zaslav cares all that much. I don't know what the CEO of Apple and Netflix feel about this. I don't know what Amazon feels about this. But it's all because these mega corporations, these big tech companies, and these media companies are evolving into whatever the next stage of the competitive landscape is going to be, right? And I think especially under this administration, the Trump administration, you're going to see the sale go through one way or the other. And you're going to see less concern about monopolies and, antitrust kind of stuff going on with this. And I think it's really interesting, man. I think it's really interesting that you have this information out there about the bidding war, okay? And there's comments, there's other reporting here. So this is an article over on the New York Post, and it's echoing a lot of the stuff we just saw in this other article. What they're talking about here is Zaslav being aware that Ellison wants to get ahead of the bidding war, and Zaslav is trying to hold that off. Zaslav wants the bidding war because the bidding war would create a lot more value for the shareholders, including Zaslav himself. Okay, so what does this mean exactly? Well, I think that Ellison and Paramount, I think those people are actually pretty smart over there. I'm sure that they're aware how all of this is happening, and that's why people think this offer could be like a really big cash offer. If it's a big enough offer, which the reporting is Zaslav wants something close to $40 a share. I don't know what that total is, but I imagine that's a pretty fucking penny. Maybe Paramount comes in with exactly what he's looking for, and it all gets squashed and it gets ended right there. However, if Paramount thinks that they can keep the price lower than what Zaslav wants, even after a bidding war, then we're about to see a crazy fucking bidding war go on. And like, guys, I want to talk about this because I really do think this is a crazy deal. As it pertains to us over here, us big nerds, this is most important because of DC. Okay, James Gunn just launched the DCU. We've got Superman, we've got, Peacemaker, you've got Lantern, Supergirl, Man of Tomorrow, you've got Batman Part 2, DC, very, very popular nerdy thing and very important to comic book fans. And you now have the company controlling that IP has basically become an eBay auction. Okay? And we're going to see these major corporations, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Paramount, literally do an eBay-like bidding war for some of the most important nerdy IP ever. Holy shit. Now, there's a lot of different conversations that people are having. I think the main one here is like, from what I've seen, it kind of seems like it's still going to be Paramount. It seems like this is just a few more obstacles. Perhaps this is Zaslav's leverage to get the price up for the Paramount thing. Seems like it'll still be Paramount because they're prepping this. Like, they think it's going to happen. I think there's been conversations. I think Zaslav and Ellison have had conversations. But technically, when you open the door up to other offers, it leaves room for one of these companies to overbid to make an offer they can't refuse. Apple and Netflix and Amazon. Holy fucking shit, dude. I mean, are these the most powerful companies maybe in the history of entertainment and the history of technology? Holy shit. This is crazy. I think Apple has basically unlimited money. And they finally started to crack the code with Apple TV, with F1. They finally started to do some good stuff here. Apple has basically unlimited money, and I think with Warner Brothers property, they could integrate it into a lot of their pipeline with Apple products and stuff like that. It could be absolutely incredible. Amazon just won't stop, and there's been squeezes, supply chain issues over the past couple of years, tariff issues, all sorts of issues. Amazon's still just killing it, dude. And then when it comes to the entertainment side of things, the tech side of things, Amazon's doing just fine, all the diversifying into servers and AWS and all that sort of stuff. Amazon is fucking killing it. They're going to be fine. Netflix, they just can't stop making money, dude. And Netflix is continuing to just do really impressive shit. I thought the boxing matches over the weekend were great. Netflix still has a lot of upside into the changing market, and they're the Coca-Cola of streaming. So if they have DC, holy shit, holy shit. DC's now Netflix thing. Oh my God, that could be crazy. So all these companies have, I think, a lot of money, a lot of resources, and would benefit greatly from having the IP. The other thing that's kind of weird about this is I know that the government's probably going to be very friendly to this deal, but technically speaking, there is less of a conflict of interest with Amazon, Apple, or Netflix owning Warner Brothers than there would be for Paramount. Paramount is literally a different studio. right? Paramount Skydance, right? So are they going to have 2 movie studios? That feels like a conflict of interest. I don't know. Technically, I could see a scenario in which the government's like, actually, no, it's got to be one of these companies. Crazy. So what do we think could happen? Man, I got to say, if Netflix gets DC, look the fuck out. I mean, you know, the Snyder fans, of course we had to talk about the Snyder fans. Of course we were going to get there. And yes, Netflix does have a deal with Snyder, although it seems like that might be on the outs. I believe the new project, the more independent film, is not going to Netflix because they didn't want to give Zach the budget for it, right? I'm not sure. But obviously, Zach has this big deal with Netflix. He's done a lot of stuff with Netflix. Holy shit, that could be crazy. And just in general, I think Netflix and Apple are both companies that I think are not afraid to shake shit up. Like deadass. And I think Netflix or Apple could be bold enough to like blow up James Gunn's shit, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't know that Amazon would, and especially with Amazon sort of courting the James Bond character, and it seems like they're really into theatrical, and they're going to do some interesting theatrical stuff there. Even the Henry Cavill Warhammer thing is supposed to be shows and then theatrical, right? So they seem to have an eye on theatrical. Apple has an eye on theatrical. Netflix does not, bro. Netflix doesn't give a fuck. So it is quite interesting that any of these companies could hold the DC IP within the next couple of months if this actually happened. So wild update to the story here. We will keep an eye on it for sure. And we'll see, man. I mean, it could be Apple, it could be Amazon, it could be Netflix, or it could be Paramount. This is pretty wild. So that's the basics of the story, guys. We'll see how the bidding war goes, if there is a bidding war. I'll open it up to questions now. I mean, what do you guys think? Is there one of these companies you would rather have DC? Should it be Paramount? Because here's what's interesting. The Paramount thing is not that popular. Like, I think it's a good move, actually. I think a lot of analysts think it's a good move. But the fans were not too keen on it. I saw a lot of pushback to this Paramount thing. If you're a person that didn't like the Paramount thing, are one of these other companies better? Is it Amazon? Is it Apple? Is it Netflix? What do you think? Netflix doesn't need them. They're a franchise factory. Netflix does not need them, but Netflix is a major player in that space. I mean, Netflix wants big IP. They want original IP. They want to continue their dominance. I think Netflix would find this attractive. The entire Warner Brothers catalog on Netflix? I mean, that's pretty valuable, man. Paramount should stay far away from DC. Well, do you think you like one of these other options? It would do best in Amazon's hand. I feel like as a DC fan, I feel like it's Apple. I think Apple is the most ideal fit because Apple has like basically unlimited money. Apple seems to be really keen on letting creatives do their thing. And Apple has courted a lot of talent that has felt a bit scorned, I think, within the big Hollywood machine. Right? Apple, somehow, some way, has now gained the reputation through their Apple TV and through a lot of the movies, and I think most recently through F1. Apple's gained this reputation that they're kind of the ones that are going to take care of the quality part. Like, if you care about quality, it seems like Apple's like made that a part of their branding. So that's interesting. You know, I don't know that I would have seen that 5 years ago, but now, yeah. Netflix would destroy Warner, DC, Paramount would do well. With Amazon, it would stay the same, but Apple would be beautiful. Match made in heaven. Yeah, I think so. I can't stand Apple. Amazon, if anything, maybe Paramount. Well, Apple, it's interesting because I think Apple has a sort of reputation because of their ecosystem and the elitism of, you know, Apple product and, you know, all of that. It's more expensive inherently, like it's more of a luxury brand almost, and it really does have some branding issues in that sense, right? But I don't know that that is extended to like Apple TV, to the Apple movies. It really does seem like they're carving a path for themselves that just feels like more quality. It just feels like when I watch Apple stuff, or if I think about putting Apple TV on, or, you know what I mean? I feel like they're going for the quality. Shalami Leaner says, as long as we get good DC content, I don't care who owns it. Sure, but that's like, I mean, that's kind of like just sticking your head in the sand and hoping for the best, which is absolutely fine. But it doesn't really add anything to the conversation. You know what I mean? Would Apple start putting movies in theaters? Oh, Apple's already, I mean, dude, F1 is an Apple movie, right? It's Warner Brothers and Apple, I believe. But yeah, it's Apple. I wonder why Universal is not an option and they need it besides didn't Universal just do something else recently? Maybe it's just they already did a big deal recently. If y'all want a world like Ready Player One, then Apple would be our best bet at having the deep tentacles in the entire industry. Maybe, yes. Apple products are beautiful. The quality is superior to anything else in HBO and Paramount Sky production to match them. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Amazon already has MGM. Adding that original content, Rings of Power, IP, Fallout IP. Amazon probably too big in the space. Disney clearly. Paramount is pretty small. Paramount's making some big moves though. That UFC move is huge, dude. That UFC move is big. So yeah. Oh, really interesting. I didn't realize that. I think Apple could be the only company that could put out super hero movies on top in the next decade. I think the Apple superhero thing is an interesting combination. I think that could be good. Josh, asteroid or spaceship in October? I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean the silo bullshit thing or whatever? I don't know, man. I think we're probably cooked either way. It would be great for Apple too. I think it would be substantial for Apple. I think this IP is uniquely attractive to all of these companies for different reasons. I feel like Amazon and Netflix would view it more as just another slice of their pie, but I think Apple might really lean into it. Apple and DC could be really good, dude. Like imagine Bruce Wayne, computer tech genius using Apple products, you know? Do you Batman fans hate it? Do you cringe at it? I don't know. Could be a good fit. Could be a good fit. Which one of these companies do you think is most likely to restore the Snyderverse? Let's take it there. Let's take it there. Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Let's go there. Which one of these four companies is most likely to restore the Snyderverse? Is it Paramount? Is it Apple? Is it Amazon? Or is it Netflix? Amazon? None isn't an option, guys. None. Nobody. None. No. Paramount. Hell yeah. Paramount. Netflix, I think you might have a point there. None. You're coping. Hey, Jay, you don't say that. Obviously, Netflix. I think it's either Netflix or Paramount. You know what I want? You know what I think would be so cool? I think some independent billionaire that's like a big Marvel fan or maybe just a James Gunn hater. Like I think some really, really wealthy Marvel fan should buy DC and just shut it down forever. Just like buy it and be like, you know, guys, like Marvel's just better and now you'll never get DC ever again. Can you imagine? Oh my God, that would be crazy. Everybody would be like, what the fuck? But it would be sad, but it would be kind of awesome. I mean, come on, man. Talk about fuck you money. Imagine being that wealthy and being like, you see, I see that everybody wants to buy the DC. Well, I'd like to buy it. And then shut it down. Shut it down. Lou says, if you want to bring men back to the movies, they need to be more like F1 and less like Rings of Power, period. What's going on with this? Did you put period? Like, is that talk to text? Did you accidentally type it out instead of put a period? Are you talking about periods? Like, are you making some kind of menstrual joke? What's going on here? Josh, did you see the photo last night of the Flash director and Peter Safran? I think it's happening. The Flash director and Peter Safran? What do you mean? No, I didn't see it. Clayface is going to be a terrible movie. Hey, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'll be great. Hey, maybe it'll be great. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay, it looks like that's all the topics of Zaslav and all that. It seems like we're all in agreement. Seems like 99% of chat wants it to go to Netflix and wants them to restore the Snyderverse. And that's just the facts, Jack. That's just the facts, Jack. Josh, did you put deodorant on? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. You know it. And you know it. Should we talk about Demon Slayer? Slaying them fucking demons, dog? Holy shit. Slaying Hollywood. Demon Slayer, more like Hollywood Slayer, am I right? Ah, dude, holy shit. Demon Slayer. We talked about this last week. The new Demon Slayer movie, Infinity Castle, finally premiered in North America and in a lot of other regions as well. And the numbers were wild. Like, if you remember, we talked about this on Friday. The numbers were all over the place, man. And, yeah, I mean, you had some people saying it would be 30, 40 million. You had some people saying it could go as high as 80 million. But then other people were saying, like, that's insane. There's no way. Well, history was made, guys. And not to be hyperbolic, because I'm never like that. You know what I mean? I keep it real chill and try to keep everything nice and, within reason. But Hollywood's changed forever. It'll never be the fucking same. It's Jover. Infinity Castle had the biggest opening weekend for a foreign film in the U.S., earning $70 million. This is not the biggest foreign animated film opening weekend. It's the biggest foreign film opening weekend in the United States fucking ever. Godzilla Minus One. You ever hear of that movie? Do you know about Godzilla Minus One? Do you know about Godzilla Minus One? Remember Godzilla Minus One? Remember how popular it was? Remember how much chatter there was about Godzilla Minus One? Do you remember that Godzilla Minus One's director got invited to Lucasfilm? And they had a special screening. Dave Filoni made it happen. Do you remember Godzilla Minus One? Everybody's talking about this guy's next project. Godzilla Minus One is the shit. You know what Godzilla Minus One opened with in the North American audience? 11.4 million. 11.4. I just want you to see, because there's some... The reason I bring stuff like this up is because one of the really crazy things that's happening in culture right now is, like, culture is shifting without the cultural gatekeepers. It is shifting and it is not asking permission. And there's a bunch of fucking boomers out there that exist in all pillars of entertainment and coverage of entertainment. And the culture is shifting, and these people are not noticing. I just want you to really hone in on that exact comparison. Godzilla Minus One. You remember how much the zeitgeist, how much the sense-making apparatus tried to tell you how important and significant that movie was. It opened at $11 million. This opened at $70 million. $70 million, dude. This thing broke records. It's one of the biggest openings, period, in September, period. This is crazy, dude. This is absolutely insane. It is almost the biggest animated 2D animated movie ever opening. Almost. And animation gets a little weird because there's hybrid animation. There's a lot of computer-generated animation. Of course, Pixar has an incredible run of some very successful films. But as far as just 2D animation, my God. Brother, this thing is already up over $400 million worldwide. My God. What a crazy success. And then here's the other thing about this, okay? Because The numbers on the high end are incredible. And the thing I really want you to pay attention here is this is the game that Hollywood, the Hollywood sense-making apparatus, the Hollywood trades, this whole thing, this is the game they've been playing. Talking about the high-end numbers. And what I mean is, like, when Brave New World said, hey, we need to get to $500 million, that's the high-end numbers. You're talking about the 425 number for the Thunderbolts. You're talking about $500 million for Superman. $500 million for Superman. And remember, just the other week, they said Superman made $128 million in the theatrical run. That's mostly ancillary stuff. A lot of reporting came out to kind of explain this. It's probably more like it made $20 million in the theatrical ticket sales. And then due to some of its partnerships, some of the ancillary sales, it was able to make $100 million. Okay? So I want you to understand the rules of the game. We play at the high end, okay? And it's all about the big numbers. This is what's crazy about Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is competing in that game in the high end numbers, but it is fucking dominating Hollywood if you look just a little more closely. Because the rumored budget for this movie is between $15 to $30 million. Okay? So right now, you have tentpole entertainment in the United States coming out of the West, which we are judging on the high-end numbers. We are not accurately reporting the cost. We are not accurately reporting the cost to promote and market. We are not accurately reporting the money that gets brought back in. Okay? So Demon Slayer is not just winning by the bullshit Hollywood game that's been played over the last 6 months, 9 months, couple of years. It's winning at a very deep level. You look at this thing, it costs $15 to $30 million. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand how much money this thing is making? This thing is going to end up profiting probably the same amount that Deadpool and fucking Wolverine did. And it's the first movie in a trilogy, okay? Now, the other thing that I think is really crazy about this is the marketing. Out of curiosity, how many of you guys thought the marketing for this film was effective? Did you see a lot of ads for it? Did you think it was all over the place? What did you think of the marketing for this film? Because I have a take, but I want to know what you guys think, because there's something else we have to draw here as far as a comparison to Hollywood, comic book movies, Hollywood studios, and all that. Okay, so we have differing opinions here. Some people saying I heard some marketing. Some people saying I didn't hear anything. Didn't see much. Non-existent, we're seeing in the chat. Yeah, I watch anime often, and I didn't see more than 2. Yeah, I saw ads on Crunchyroll. Yeah. So my take, and this is just my take, but I think it's supported by some evidence out here, there was no marketing, basically. Yeah, some people in chat are saying you were the marketing, Josh. In a sense, I was. Not me personally, but you're right in a sense that the word of mouth was the real marketing. And I gotta tell you, it's an example of what I was talking about at the beginning of the segment. Culture has moved the fuck on, and a lot of the dinosaurs that have left in these old systems, in these old gatekeepy ways of disseminating information about entertainment and really keeping a tab on what even entertainment is. The gatekeepers have completely lost control of what this is. Culture now moves on its own. And Demon Slayer and anime has been moving on its own in a very, very strong way that I don't think Hollywood quite understood, maybe right until this moment when this movie accomplished what it was able to accomplish. Now, to really focus down on this point about the marketing, I just want to say that, man, I get so excited talking about this stuff because I really like this. I like fandom. I'm obsessed with how people interact with these things, how something that starts off as a small community becomes a huge community, becomes this big thing in the zeitgeist or whatever. But just hear me out on this, okay? This movie had the feeling, if you were plugged in, of being a super big deal. It was something you would talk about. It was something you would bring up with your friends. It was in the space. If you cared about anime at all, it was a really, really important, a really, really big deal. But it wasn't slammed over our heads. It wasn't every single place you looked. It wasn't actually marketed like that. It just happened to be something really big that people really cared about. Something I noticed in the marketing for this film, and it happened over months, was a lot of fan screenings. Because it opened up in different markets, right? Sort of slowly opened up around the world. And you saw a lot of fan screenings, a lot of people super hyped up, big long lines, packed theaters. And it struck me as I was looking at all of this that it's similar to what Disney and Warner Brothers tried to create with Fantastic Four and Superman. With Fantastic Four and Superman, there were fan screenings. You know, and Disney's especially, right? They have these big red carpets. They invite all the influencers out. They have a lot of fan screening events. They're trying to make it seem like this big freaking party, and they want to show you the crowds being excited and sell it as this big event, right? And I think the same thing was done with Superman. I mean, you had all those showings. You had the early fan screenings. You had actors and guns showing up to theaters and stuff. It's always this thing to try to make it seem like it's this big thing. Dude, what's weird about Demon Slayer is it just was that. And it didn't pretend to be that. It wasn't trying to force you to think that that's what it was. It was that. It literally was that. And there's this big pushback. In the West, we've become so jaded, and the conversation has been so hijacked and just like warped in the fandom that we now see the people at the premiere for the Marvel movie, and we say shills. And we say Access Media. And we said the same thing for DC. And I know some people that do that kind of stuff. And, you know, you have to admit, whether you think it's fair or not, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. The branding for the superhero genre and for Hollywood entertainment has been so hurt. It's so bad. It's not about the celebration of the fandom. It's about anything but. It's about the politics, the optics. It's about hollowed out corporate desires. The conversation around these things has taken such a weird form. And we've seen it, right? Like, you've seen it, I've seen it. We talk about Marvel and Star Wars all the time. You just bring up Star Wars and look at the reaction. You just bring up Marvel and look at the reaction. Bring up DC and look at the reaction, like dead ass online. That's what it is. Demon Slayer built its shit over years and years of just doing what it was, not overthinking it, being really fucking good to its fans, and building a strategy of how to integrate the theatrical experience into this big, big story. And it's succeeding because it actually did the groundwork. It actually did the hard part for years and years and years. And now it is taking advantage of that. It sort of set the table, so to speak, and now it's eating. And I just think that at this time, right, as we look at the success of this thing, we look at what's going on in Hollywood. Hollywood wants a quick buck. They want to adapt this. They want to turn this around. Dude, it's broken. It's broken. Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, has what Hollywood so desperately wants. An incredibly popular IP that activates fans to go see the thing, to purchase the ancillaries, to be active and engaged on social media about the thing. It is completely paying off. And I think, you know, you look back to those comments that Sony made where they're viewing Demon Slayer as their way to challenge Disney's global dominance. Those are real words. Holy shit. I think consider the global dominance to be challenged. Now, that's all just this movie and Hollywood and the difference. And yes, it's fascinating. But what happens next is going to be very interesting as well. because we're right on this precipice, right? You know, you've got the video game stuff. Everybody's cooking video game stuff. Anime is hot as fuck right now. The Demon Slayer thing is proving that. The K-pop Demon Slayer Hunter thing is proving that. Anime is huge. You've got live action Solo Leveling being developed. You've got live action My Hero Academia. Hollywood is going to see this and they're going to try to take advantage. The question is Hollywood going to fuck this all up? Or are they going to be able to tap in properly to what has been earned by these creators, by these different studios? You're talking about this has actually been earned. Not just the genre, but the different individual franchises and the different individual IP has earned its place within the fandom. Is Hollywood going to come in there and fuck it all up? Or is Hollywood going to come in and allow the people that have already built this to build what's next? I don't really know, but it's fascinating, dude. It's fascinating. Who knows how far this film could go? The criticism and the knock on the anime movies is that it is very front-loaded, and I would imagine, yeah, that's probably true, right? It will be front-loaded, but this thing could still get to $500-600 million. Like, that's a possibility here. This thing could make more than Superman. And again, Superman has, like, we know Superman's budget is like $370, and they used all kinds of tricks to get the budget down. But like, you could say whatever you want about what the actual cost is. Brother, they paid like $376 million of resources went into making Superman. Accounting tricks made it so it's less than that. Do you understand what I'm saying? This movie is about to potentially make more than Superman. And that's on just gross. And it could make way more net because it costs $30 million on the top end. Dude, Superman literally costs 10 times as much. This is crazy. We don't even fully understand the impact of this. I think there are a lot of smart people that are going to try to figure out what to do next. How do you build the next Demon Slayer? And that's a tough one because, look, this is also prevalent for anime. So even if you just go into the anime community, this is like crazy. Rockstar, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Dragon Ball Z-esque numbers. Yeah, this is maybe the most successful anime franchise of all time now. And considering this is just the first movie of a trilogy, my God, bro. What's the next one do? And if I were Sony, right? And if I were Crunchyroll, I'd be like, let's get the live action Demon Slayer cooking now. And let's develop that so that right as this trilogy of Infinity Castle ends, you go into the live action stuff. I mean, bro. Whoo, damn, they could be cooking, man. And I don't even know how you pull something like that off, but you need to get really good action people, of course, to do that. So, Demon Slayer, guys. What do you make of this? Any comments? Any questions? What do y'all think about this, man? Demon Slayer setting records. I mean, are you shocked? Come on, man. Y'all got to be shocked, right? This is crazy. Can't remember. Is the movie actually good? What movie? This one? I really like this Demon Slayer movie, yeah. Sitting in the cinema last night, all I was thinking about how this would look in live action, it would be insane. It would be insane. Not really shocked. Oh, okay, John Bond. Oh, okay, John Bond. Just don't expect the last 30 minutes to be anything mind-blowing. Yeah, fair. Why is Demon Slayer? Good question. Good question. Really thought-provoking feedback here from the chat, as always. Theater was packed and the crowd cheered. Marvel should try X-Men 97 animated movie as an experiment. I think so, too. I think that could be lit, man. Is Demon Slayer top anime for you? I personally feel like it's overhyped and mid. I don't think it's mid, but it is overhyped. I don't consider it to be one of my favorite animes, but it's like, it's a commercial. Like, honestly, Demon Slayer is like the Avengers or Marvel in a sense that, like, it's the most popular, but not necessarily the most sophisticated or the best, right? Like, my opinion on Demon Slayer is, like, it's pretty standard shonen, actually. But it excels in two ways. The action is fucking incredible. And then the humanizing of the demons is, I mean, that's their thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's their thing, and they do it really well. Josh, I work at a movie theater part-time. In the past few days, I've seen a lot of fans coming to watch there in cosplay. It's awesome to see. Oh, hell yeah. No, people are definitely eventizing this, and it does feel special. That's another thing. Like, Hollywood movies are not special. They're a dime a dozen. Live action animated movies that are anime that close out an arc, I mean, that's inherently more special, right? So there's a lot. This movie has a lot going for it. A lot going for it. Like a lot. I think Netflix or Paramount would be a good home for DC, but I prefer Paramount. Having UFC and DC Twisted Metal all in one stop would be cool. That's true. That would be cool. Yep. Solo Leveling about to do numbers. Well, that's the other thing, right? Is like, here's what gets uncomfortable, I think, for Western folks. Guys, I think the only reason that anime isn't dominating Nielsen charts and shit like that is because they're not actually tracking it right. I think if we're talking about worldwide viewership, I mean, anime, we might be entering an era where anime dominates the zeitgeist, the worldwide zeitgeist. That's a bit preemptive, of course. But like, okay, so think about it like this, right? What if, when we really look at it, anime's dominating all of the viewership? All of it. All of it. Like, what happens if Hollywood and coastal journals and, you know, websites and all of this stuff, what happens when those people that are covering pop culture, what happens if they realize the vast majority of the clicks to be had come from anime? Because that's what happened with Marvel. That's literally what happened. You have so many people that are like pseudo into Marvel, halfway into Marvel, kind of understand Marvel, talk all about Marvel, because it's the most popular thing. That's it. I don't know, man. This is fascinating to me. Fascinating time to be covering entertainment. Are we back? Did we save it? Are we back? Did we save it? Does Nielsen even calculate Crunchyroll views? No. I don't think so. And then a lot of the views in Japan come from a different thing, right? Because don't they have like a sanctioned actual television network that a lot of this airs on? What's it called? Like Fuji TV or something? Yeah, I don't know how all that works, but... Josh, I don't know if you know this, but One Piece has become the most parted show of all time a few days ago. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. These chat ads are evil. I don't know what that means. This is wild, bro. Anime! Anime! Rivals tourney win? Never, bro. I can't commit to it. It's too much of an ask. You know, like, I'd love to do it, but it is straight up like a whole day, a bunch of prep. I just can't do it. I unfortunately. You're in the 200s on One Piece? Oh, shit. Josh gaslighting us about his chat ads. Smack my head. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. It's been a journey, but I'm hooked on the arc I'm on. Which arc are you on? Are you in Alabasta yet? Did you meet Crocodile yet? Crocodile's cool. Hey, yo, Crocodile's cool, man. Crocodile cool. Crocodile this and Crocodile that. Time for UFC talk? Oh, dude, the UFC was great. That was great. That was a great card. And I really liked the boxing, too. I thought the boxing was great, man. Oh, by the way, your boy won like $200 betting against Canelo. I just thought the line was good. I didn't think he would actually win, but I thought the line was too good. Yeah, Crawford. Bud got it done, huh? Helped me win a little money, too. Yeah, that was cool. Boxing on Netflix might be it. Yeah, it was well paced. I think that Dana White and the UFC people, they certainly know pacing really well. I thought it was a really good presentation. Den of gambling addictions. Oh, I'm not addicted. I just enjoy it. I just like gambling, man. Gambling is fun. You know, not for everybody. Blah, blah, blah. I've supported Universal because they've been trying to bring monsters to the big screen for a while. Could benefit Justice League Dark, bringing the new face of the new universe. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, that could be cool. Dana White saved boxing. I don't know if he saved boxing, but that was a damn good card. That was a very good presentation. So we'll see how it all goes. Hey, let's talk about this Doctor Doom synopsis here, guys, and then we'll probably call it. I don't know that there's too much else going on out there. Is there anything else going on? Anything that I missed? I want to find this synopsis. Synopsis. I mean, these are the bullet points of the synopsis. We could just do it here. Synopsis. Synopsis. Dr. Doom. When's the next Diamond Lounge? I don't know what that is, dude. What is this? I've never heard of this. Diamond Lounge? What is a Diamond Lounge? You have to tell me about that. Tell me about that. Dr. Doom! It's a thing. It's a thing. And Marvel's recently been dropping some really interesting promotion, actually, for Doctor Doom. There was that light show in Shanghai. There was the official reveal of the suit, which you're looking at right here. Pretty cool. And then an official synopsis. They're synopsisizing this shit already. That's crazy. So this is not the synopsis, but this comes from the synopsis. It says here, he's a master of advanced science. What they said was bleeding edge technology, actually. Man, where's the actual thing, man? You're telling me the aggregators are so fucking lazy that they couldn't even just grab the quote? And they couldn't even summarize the quote, like, the right way? Holy shit. Hang on here. MCU film news? You're pissing me off. You're getting the block, brother. You're getting the fucking block, baby. All right, here it is right here. Here's the... Oh, geez, that's... Can't read that. Okay, we got it. Everybody relax. Here it is. Doctor Doom has officially arrived in the MCU. This villain, a master of cutting-edge science and powerful magic, will unleash a cascading crisis across the entire multiverse. Marvel's most iconic character, Robert Downey Jr., also returns as Doctor Doom. Let's run that back, and I'm going to use the funny voice the entire time, okay? Doctor Doom has officially arrived in the MCU. This villain, a master of cutting-edge science and powerful magic, will unleash a cascading crisis across the entire multiverse. Marvel's most iconic character, Robert Downey Jr., also returns as Doctor Doom. That's pretty good. Okay, so crazy there, and yeah, summarize it for us aggregators. Doctor Doom is described as a master of advanced science, skilled in powerful magic, and it causes a cascading crisis across the multiverse. So, I think the first thing to say is, yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. We get a little summary synopsis already. The other thing that many fans are bringing up is this is comic accurate, which is great. And, you know, I had mentioned this a couple of times, but I do think it's really important to focus on this magic part. For whatever reason... Maybe it's because it's Tony Stark, right? Like, maybe it's because it's RDJ, and RDJ played Tony Stark, blah, 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 blah. For whatever reason, though, a lot of the conversation around this has been focused on the tech. Like, oh, the technology, oh, the nano machines, oh, the arc reactor, like, Doctor Doom going to be creating tech, like, oh, Ultron and all this stuff. And that's fine. Like, that's appropriate. But the magic side has been super neglected. Like a lot of big channels, a lot of speculators, a lot of theorizers are neglecting the magic side of this. Doctor Doom is crazy powerful with magic. And I really think that this exact combination of magic and tech together is so important to whatever they're cooking. It's important to the overall Marvel thing. You know, this is set up in Thor 1. Like, this is something Doctor Strange talks about. Iron Man talks about this, right? So I think that's a pretty big, important thing there. So I think that that's important. Now, another thing to just tell you is this corresponds to things other scoopers and insiders have said about the character. And it's just to say that this is probably just going to be comic book Doctor Doom. That essentially the RDJ Doctor Doom, although certainly there'll be something going on with Tony Stark and the reason he looks like Tony and all that. Something's going on there. But I think by and large, this is just comic book accurate Doctor Doom. Magic, science, this is the look here. So I think that's great. Now, this other thing that's crazy is the crisis that threatens the entire multiverse, the cascading events that threaten the entire multiverse. Crazy. Probably the incursions, you know, probably something to do with the incursions. And we've heard a lot about this, right? Like Shine keeps talking about how it's going to be Rogers, and Rogers caused the incursions, and Doom's going back to try to stop all the incursions or whatever. And maybe that's just what it is. Alex Perez has this theory about the incursions and the original version of the timeline and the Prime Universe and all that. Probably a combination of both. But in the comics, especially for the Hickman thing, Doom is seen as one of many players trying to discover what's going on and trying to control it. And he's eventually revealed to be the guy that basically is behind it all. Okay? And in the comics, I'll remind you that the Molecule Man is a bomb. Okay? He's a bomb. And the Beyonders, who are these beings outside of the universe, they create everything, and then they put Owen Reese in every universe, and he's a bomb. He's there to just blow up. So if the Beyonders decide, oh, hey, we don't like the multiverse anymore, we want to blow it up, they just pull the trigger on that, and they blowed it up. Okay? Well, what Doctor Doom realizes is that the Beyonders are linear, which probably has to do with them being outside of the universe, but either way, they can't actually time travel. So they're existing linearly. So Doom goes back in time and kills one of the Owen Reeses. That's what starts the incursions. Okay? So I wonder if we will see it in this film that Doctor Doom is the actual causes of the incursions. That he does one thing to perhaps stop the collapse of the multiverse, which then starts the incursions, which is just the fail-safe to that other thing. I'm not sure. And it seems like we're not really going to get the Beyonders, and I think it's more associated with the Prime Universe and Kang and all of that, right? But there's also this whole thing of Doctor Strange 3. All right? It seems like from a narrative perspective, from what we know about Doomsday, you're going to get Doom presented as this character. You will understand something of his backstory. But really, he is going to be the driving force of the plot as they try to stop the collapse of everything. And his machinations are really because he knows everything's collapsing. He's going to be doing something else, probably trying to control everything, create Battleworld, etc., right? But the reason that this new insight here of the collapsing multiversal thread and what connects to the Hickman comics, the reason I think that could still be in play is because of Doctor Strange 3, right? So there's a movie that is scheduled in 2027 to be in the summer. Secret Wars is December of 2027. There's a Marvel movie, still has a slot in the summer of 2027. Okay? All signs point to that being something Doctor Strange related, possibly an Illuminati movie, possibly a big multiversal movie. I think that movie will explain the real backstory to Doom. I almost feel like the Doomsday film is going to show you a side of the backstory. And then I feel like the Doc Strange 3 movie will show you the real backstory to Doctor Doom. But you do have to have this cascading crisis in Doomsday. Doomsday is the big event film. It is going to kick off. There has to be a driving force to that plot. So I don't know. I guess for me, it's like, how are they going to present this as Doom being the driving force behind the collapse and everybody else teaming up to fight against him when we already know certain characters are going to be working with Doom, at least initially, and there's something to do with the Avengers and him looking like Tony Stark, which is going to co-opt their cooperation when they fight against the X-Men stuff. So crazy stuff here, guys. I think the main thing is it's comic book Doom. The magic part is awesome. Cascading collapse of the multiverse is awesome. Definitely some Hickman vibes. I'm not sure how it all fits together, but that's it right there. So, guys, I don't know. What do you think of this? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the synopsis here? It's most likely in between Avengers or after the second Avengers movie. You talking about the Doc Strange thing? Maybe. What the fuck? Temu ads in the chat? What is this? What are you guys talking about with this Temu ads? Like, you think I'm joking. I'm actually not joking. What are the ads in the chat? Can somebody explain it to me? Is this a YouTube thing? What is happening? Cancel everything? Oh, okay, yeah, let's cancel it. Yeah, good call. Ads randomly pop up on mobile? Does it seem like it's official? Like it's coming from YouTube? Because if that's the case, I love these ads. Hell yeah. Put those ads in chat. It's about time we started monetizing the chatters. Let's go. I want it. I want it. In fact, double them up. Double them up on those ads. Whenever an ad pops up, I want you to know this. Whenever an ad pops up in your chat, I wish it was 2. All right, anything else on the Doctor Doom stuff? This segment is pretty much everything we've been discussing for the past year. Hey, Shub, shut your whore mouth. Anybody have commentary other than that? Including and not limited to brutal attacks on Shub? Thank you. Broke Avengers finally earning their keep. Exactly. Exactly. Do we think we'll revisit the timeline through different Marvel movies the way we go back? Yes, I think so. Yeah. I do, yeah. Like in the X-Men films or the Toby films? Hell yeah. I don't know, I got premium on you broke host. Hell yeah, let them know, Kendall. I wonder if they'll make an official announcement for the film. When? What? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if they will and when. Oh. The Exodus says, I think Doom is going to walk into the TVA where the magic isn't supposed to work, and he's going to be that guy who nonchalantly starts casting spells. Oh, shit! That could be cool. That could be kind of badass. I kind of like that, yeah. That would be kind of fun, huh? Hey, if Loki can do it, why not Doom, huh? If Loki can do it, why not Doom, huh? Surely they'll announce Doctor Strange 3 as soon as they start filming it. Yeah, well, they might not announce it, but if it goes into production soon, we'll know about it for sure. Yeah. Will we see still shots of the X-Men in their comic accurate suits before next summer? I think so, yeah. I think so. Yeah. Should Marvel cancel their live-action X-Men movie for an animated X-Men reboot? Yes. That question was so silly you broke my browser. You see this white here? That's because it says, oh, snap. But also, yes. Like, also no, but also yes. So, like, kind of no, but also yes. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, what the hell else is even going on in this crazy world, huh? Will Angela appear in the MCU? I would like that. I think she's cool. They turned off the magic dampeners. That's how Loki did it. What? New Warhammer models? Get the fuck out of here, Adam. Are you serious? Or are you talking about the ones you already showed me? Or is there even more new ones? Isn't it crazy how Adam destroys with streams with Warhammer talk these days? Oh, from this morning? Okay, yeah. Who the hell is Angela? She's like this cast out angel. She was like in the Spawn comics. She's related to Thor. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Warhammer, that's all we need. Hell yeah. Any Star Wars news? Hell no. When do we get a Wonder Man trailer? Maybe in the next couple of weeks. I think you are paying him to inject Warhammer talking points. Yeah, you would. Have you taken the plunge yet, Trev? There's some good Warhammer comics. Have you tried the Warhammer comics? Warhammer TLDR. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. Okay, I guess that's all we're gonna say about fucking RDJ Doctor Doom. I don't know. I thought official synopsis for Doomsday would be cool to talk about. Don't crash the stream. Don't crash the stream, you stupid thing, you stupid clanker. Josh, who do you think would win over the Orcs or the Tyranids? That's a tough one, man. Justin got to roll up tonight to learn how to play Tau. It's Kendall that wanted to play Tau. Justin wanted to play Eldar. But honestly, yeah, I mean, somebody should stop by, man. Stop on by. Oh, shit, the Temu ads are real? Hell yeah, I hope you get a couple more of them. Motherfuckers. Hell yeah, let's get some more Temu ads in here. Temu! Temu! Do a tier list for the Warhammer clans? I probably should do that, yeah. For like all the factions? That'd be fun. Did you do your breakfast sandwich tier list stream? Yeah, I did. You guys missed it. No, that stream is cursed. That stream is cursed. So I woke up Saturday morning and I smelled a bunch of bacon and I realized, oh shit, Elisa made us a big yummy breakfast. So I can't go out and get a bunch of fast food breakfast and do the stream. Okay, we'll just do it tomorrow, right? So I delayed it. Then Sunday morning, wake up, power's out, and it's been out. And so then we have to go out as a family to Bob Evans and get breakfast. So I couldn't do the stream then. So, yeah. Tough. It's tough out there, man. Play Imperial Knights, best faction, Big Boom Robot. I do like the Imperial Knights, actually. Imperial Knights are cool. What is Bob Evans? It's like a Denny's or like a Perkins. Very similar joint. Where am I at in One Piece? Dude, I haven't watched in a while. I couldn't even remember. Did you check out the full body pic of that Doom outfit? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Them toes was crazy. Do you consider a hot dog a sandwich? No. No, I do not. I could go for a graham slant breakfast. I need fin pancake. Dude, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that'd be great. What's the strongest faction in Warhammer right now? You mean like in the game? It's either Eldar or Deathwing, or no, not Deathwing. What are they called? The Death Shroud. What do you need? Death Guard. Sorry, Death Guard. Yeah, I'd probably say it was those armies. Who's your favorite X-Men? Probably Gambit. Well, Knights, I don't know. Knights, maybe Chaos Knights still. I feel like Imperial Knights. I don't know. Maybe Knights still, yeah. We'll see. Does Warhammer have an anime? No, they should, though. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Chat, I am going to get on out of here. I don't know that we'll have a stream tomorrow. I've been liking my Tuesdays off just to get caught up on content and stuff like that. So maybe no stream tomorrow. We'll see though. I've got a lot of fun stream ideas. I'd like to do like a subathon or like a marathon stream soon. Definitely cooking up some cool ideas. So we'll figure something out. Yeah. But I'm kind of hungry, so I'm going to get on out of here, get some food in me. Clips will drop later tonight. Also, I'm going to be playing Adam on Warhammer tonight, man. Playing Warhammer tonight. We're not ready to stream this game. He's too new to the game. So maybe next time we could stream. And yeah, maybe we'll be able to stream more Warhammer games in general. I know Justin in particular would be very excited about that. What are you doing, doggy? Come here. Come here. Come here. Leia, come here. Come on. Come up here. Come here. The Leia girl. The Leia girl. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. She's the best around. Ashcross says, Josh, can you do that weird voice? My name of Doom. I mean, weird voice just kind of makes it seem like it's a meme. We're talking about confirmed the actual approach for RDJ's Dr. Doom voice, which I think, just like every other aspect of the character, people are underestimating. So if you'd like me to preview for you the real, serious, important Dr. Doom voice, yes, I can. My name is Doom. Try that again. Hang on. Gotta get serious. My name is Doom. My name is Doom. My name is Doom. Something like that, yeah. All right, there you go. I think hearing the voice that they decide to go with for Doom would be really make a or break. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. How do you think Snyder would do with Marvel? If you had to pick one project for him to lead the reboot, what would it be? Something Punisher, maybe? Yeah, I think he'd do well with that. Yeah. Hot take, Disney should just turn their IPs to action movies into reboot instead of musicals. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. I like that, yeah. Now in Japanese? Maybe later. I'm trying to think of a movie where RDJ did an Eastern European accent. What about the dude he played in Tropic Thunder, the monk, the actual actor dude, the version? Wasn't that kind of like it? Where he's banging Toby or whatever? Banging out Toby? Oh, he's Australian. Right. Yeah. Same thing. Oh, it's the same thing. Oh, you guys. Same thing. All right, anyway. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, we're going to have a lot of fun this week. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing, but we're going to do something, and it's going to be fun. Okay, so take care for the rest of the day. Appreciate you. Maybe we'll do something tomorrow. Probably not, but we will definitely have fun. And then we got to do that breakfast stream soon, man. I got to do that special stream. I'll make it up to you for sure. Appreciate y'all. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Oh, I just found out that the upcoming Christmas box set for the Tau is going to be the 8, as I thought it would be. But now it is confirmed I'm getting everything I want. The 8! Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god, so cool. Oh my god, hell yeah. Anyway, appreciate you guys, man. Nice start to the week. Hope you enjoyed your Temu ads. You deserve it. All right, everybody. Much love, man. I'll see y'all soon. Do me a favor. Actually, make it 2. Open up your third Temu eye and wash out your Temu butthole. Temu, get them Temu checks. I need them Temu checks.